Everybody deserves a second chance, even video games. Welcome to the Second Opinion Podcast, where the reviews aren't always right, but we are. We're here to give you the gaming takes you didn't know you needed. We've been deep in the gaming world for 17 plus years, covering all the news, releases, and drama in the gaming world, and having a damn good time while doing it. Just because some website gave a game a low score doesn't mean it's a fail in our book. We're all about giving games that second chance, diving back in where others quit. And we should probably tell you that we're real and we're very loud and opinionated, and 90% of the time we're completely off topic. But that's why you'll love us. This is your Second Opinion. Now, here are your hosts, Toaster, Soleb, and Bolts.
Fucking of course. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Second Opinion Podcast, episode number 379. I'm joined by the Bald Beard Brigade themselves, Toaster and Bolts. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What is good?
So glad you're here.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be a good show. As you guys know from the last episode, we're taking a new approach to the podcast. We're kind of narrowing down some stuff, focusing in on some stuff, and not getting off topic so many times. But we got some really good stuff to talk about today. I'm excited for this episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Prototype 3 rumors, Bungies Marathon, and much more. But before we move into that, we're going to talk about what have you been gaming. So, Toaster, what have you been gaming recently?
Assassin's Creed still.
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah. Shadows.
Shadows, how you liking it?
I like it. I randomly just stumbled into just go assassinate this family quest line. So just did that. Hopefully I get an ally out of it. Maybe. I don't know. Seems like somebody I'd kind of want to hang around. And just some World of Warcraft, because that world always be cracking.
Mm-hmm. Always be cracking. Okay. What about you, Bolts? What have you been gaming recently?
Hey.
Man, listen, bro. There's so much shit out there for me to play right now. It's like fucking chaos on my Xbox right now. Everything from Avowed to TITANFALL to Assassin's Creed Shadows to MLB The Show, of course Call of Duty, and then over on my PC, I've downloaded I don't know how many RTSs, Age of Empires, Old School Stronghold. I've downloaded all the remasters of Warcraft, the old RTSs. So man, I'm just like,
it's a lot,
all over the place, bro. All over the place.
I love that. I love that description. That's fantastic. I have been playing some Fortnite, been playing some Madden, also been playing some UFC 5 as of recently, and kind of getting into some older games. I've been on a real old game kick recently. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. Maybe that's why. But speaking of old game kicks, it's a perfect way to segue us into our second opinion tonight. Prototype 3 could be in the works. What other classic game series should make a return as well? So, guys, it is being said that Prototype 3 is possibly in the works, and many other studios out there, like Night Dive Studios, have mentioned their interest in bringing some great classic games from PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 to Xbox One. I'm sorry, Xbox One, Xbox 360, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3. But their main focus, they want to try to start bringing out a bunch of new PS3 and 360 classics. So what do you guys think? Is there any type of game that is an older classic game that you guys would like to see return from the ashes? Real quick, before you get into that, to state this new rumor with Prototype 3, it says that the third prototype was originally in the works, but then some leakers have said that they don't know the company as of yet, but the Prototype 3 rumor is running amok, but take it with a grain of salt. So that this has popped up a good couple of times over the last few months. And a lot of people are saying that this is something that is happening, but there's also been talks, of the Oblivion remaster coming and some of these other games coming out. So Bolts, we're going to start with you first. What is there any like classic game series that you feel didn't really have a good send off that should come back?
So I have quite a list. And it's not necessarily a send off, but I think some of these games, of course, I would love some kind of style brought back. First and foremost, Splinter Cell. For the longest time, I thought they should, Ubisoft should tie in Assassin's Creed into Splinter Cell, because Splinter Cell would be the modern day Assassin's Creed, basically. Somehow, some way tie it in, because they do the same damn thing.
I agree.
A lot of the over-the-top sports games, NFL Street, NBA Street, NHL Hits, MLB Slugfest, that stuff, I think you would get a lot of streaming done with those type games.
Yeah.
Everybody doing all kinds of tricks and all that stuff. I would love an old school RTS Warcraft. Like I said, I just purchased the remaster. I would love another RTS for Warcraft. It was great. It was great then. It's great now. Yeah. F-Zero for the Super Nintendo. For the Nintendo buddies. Of course, Half-Life. Come on. I can go on and on. Castlevania, we can do it rogue style. You die, you start all the way over. Stuff like that. How about any kind of Dino game? I know they're talking about doing Turok. What about Dino Crisis?
Yeah. Just to expound on what Bolts just said with Castlevania, that has to happen. Because they need to fix whatever that fucking convoluted ass storyline from the Xbox 360 titles. Granted, they had an amazing voice cast of Patrick Stewart. Jeffrey Rush was in there. Not Jeffrey Rush, but the dude from Stargate SGU.
Yeah.
Belmont is Dracula? What? No. Yeah.
It was confusing. It was really confusing. Whenever I realized that Belmont was Dracula, it was different. I did like the overall gameplay mechanics and how everything laid out, but what I did not like was Castlevania Lords of Shadows 2. And Lords of Shadows 2 was set very in now, and it was him facing off against all this other stuff, and it just felt really it felt like an idea that they were just let's run with it and let's see how fans react to it. And I don't really remember a lot of people just being an upcry about it, but at the same time I feel like it couldn't have done the best sales, even the first one I think couldn't have been anything amazing.
I think it was meh.
Yeah. But of course, I was excited about the first one because Hideo Kojima had and Kojima Productions had helped Konami build that game. So, and you could definitely tell there was a little bit of a difference with the first one and the second one. Dude, what'd you say?
That explains the storyline.
Yeah, why it's so the mention of the Lale Lule Lo in the game. You're like, what? But I would say me particularly, if there was any type of classic games or game series that I want to see have a breath of fresh air would. I know this is going to be really crazy and it's probably never going to happen, of course. There is talks that, it's coming back, but I need BioShock back in my life, dude. Like, I really need a new BioShock game. BioShock was just one of those series for me, dude. And I know that the original creator is coming out with Judas, which I'm very excited to see more about Judas. Hopefully we'll see something at Summer Games Fest maybe this year. That would be great. But BioShock was just, dude, it really changed my I would probably say it changed my expectations on what I needed in the games industry at that time. Like, if after BioShock, I was really more into like, hey, we really need a big story in this game. Like I feel like they put so much into BioShock 1, and even though people hated it, BioShock 2 and BioShock Infinite, that story aspect of those games was so just lush, bro. Like, there was so much in those games, and now it's like everybody feels like they could just release an open world game, and you're like, okay, well, there you go. You got an open world game. Look at all the stuff you can do. But I need something that's going to be a more in-depth story. I don't see how anybody could watch this gameplay prototype and not be like, this game is fucking fire, dude. Like, this game is so great, man. But I don't know. I need something like that. I need something that is a really big, deep story. Now, I will say there is talks that Night Dive Studio was talking about redoing Haze. Do y'all remember Haze?
Yes. Wasn't that the one where you had to do like, you got like the special like nectar or some shit?
Yes, bro. So like, it came out originally for PlayStation 3, and it was done by Ubisoft. And they're talking about like remastering the game and bringing it back. And like, dude, listen.
No, bro.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but like, I played that game, and I remember Bolt's giving me so much shit for playing that game and really enjoying it. It was just different. It just felt really different for that time. I think that's also the reason why I like the Resistance series so much.
I was just fixing to tell you that. I was just going to say, Caleb, what about your Resistance series? That was a great series on the PlayStation 3.
It was a really good series. And I mean, with them not doing, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like we've turned Insomniac Games into just a Marvel making studio now.
Well, and they did that on their own.
I know they did. I know, but it's just like they have so much creative,
just like Rocksteady.
Yeah,
like
true.
I mean, they made amazing, like Rocksteady made amazing Batman games.
Yeah,
Insomniac made amazing Spider-Man games. It's like, well,
it's just what they're gonna do now, bro. I mean, Wolverine's coming out. I can only hope that we're gonna eventually get some of the other games that that they're known for, like of course, Ratchet and Clank. But I don't know, man. I just feel like there were some really great PS3 titles that were exclusive to Sony that could see the light of day again, and I think still be successful. I mean,
what about Lair? Heavenly Sword.
We've talked about this before. First and foremost, okay, Heavenly Sword was a great game. Mm-hmm. All right, a fantastic game.
It was absolutely great.
But Lair was fucking awful. Lair was so bad. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I wouldn't mind seeing them bring back something like Warhawk. Though Warhawk was, man. Both you and me played the fuck out of Warhawk.
EA needs to bring back SSX because that is fucking streamable as fuck. And Tenchu.
Isn't Tenchu already coming back though?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I guess you could say it's come back in the form of Sekiro, or
maybe,
or
Gex. Bring back Gex the Gecko.
What? Well, see, and that's the other thing I was going to say. A bunch of some of the the kid games for the newer generation, like Sly, redo Ratchet and Clank. What was it, Dex and Jackal or something like that?
Jack and Daxter.
Thank you.
Listen to me. Dex and Jackal. That's what they need to relaunch it as. Dex and Jackal. And change the skin of the characters. So now there's a small human and a giant rat or whatever it is. No, but I don't know, man. I think that I think there's some really good classes that come out. I think if this rumor of Prototype 3 is true, then I feel like there's going to be enough people that are going to be excited about that game to bring it back. I don't know, but that's just me. I guess I'm the only one that's excited for it. Moving on. Whenever we talk about classic game companies and studios and all that other good stuff, I feel that one of the main studios out there that really has made things great, that was a classic studio, of course, was Bungie. And Bungie has officially shared the first Marathon gameplay. So Marathon was one of Bungie's first games, and now they're relaunching it. And I don't know, guys, have either one of y'all looked into this game at all?
I have not. I know zero about what this game is.
What about you, Toaster? Nothing? Not a damn thing?
No, it sounds really interesting. So
yeah,
I have
it does.
Peanut butter crackers.
It does. So Marathon is, of course, the sequel of their original game that came out in 1994. Is their first person shooter. Marathon is the new Marathon is built on a team-based extraction is a team-based extraction shooter that includes both PvP and PvE elements. Each player takes on the role of a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who has given up their natural body to inhabit an artificial form to explore and retrieve valuable equipment from a lost and abandoned colony.
These motherfuckers. That's what got me playing Destiny 2 again was Gambit. The whole PvP and PvE combination of like you used to go, and wreck shop on the other side, or you could just go to shoot the monsters.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's what they're doing here is, they're encouraging multiplayer, but at the same time, you're not just going to get completely trashed by like other people playing.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I think has me excited for the game as well. The fact that you don't just have to mainly focus on PvP, and that you can do the PvP elements, but you have that in the back of your mind constantly is like if you don't have a good team watching your back, then somebody could come up and screw you up in the middle of trying to do some looting and stuff like that. So this could be a great game for all of us to play together. I mean, I feel like a second opinion live stream is coming on from this one. I don't know. What do you think, Bolts? PvP, PvE, looter shooter type game? It kind of sounds like it's right up your alley.
Are you kidding me? A looter shooter? Come on now. I'm licking my chops at Borderlands 4. I needed to get here. But no, it would be. It looks entertaining as hell. It really does. I love the gameplay aspect. I love the graphic style that they're using and the game phase. It looks really, really good. It really does.
Yeah,
and
it
honestly,
does.
Like that, like Bungie's first person shooter style is just
great.
It's so tight and it's so smooth, and the guns feel like you can kind of feel they're just satisfying. Like it's one of the things I love about Destiny 2 is like the gun playing. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And this, from what I've been seeing and what people have been saying on the interwebs, it's the same thing. Like it's, that's like the secret sauce to their games. They know what they're doing when it comes to the FPS style.
They do, man. They do. And it's like what you said. It's just a natural thing, dude. It's like they don't. It's game development has eventually gotten to the point of being secondhand to them. I know there's a lot of people, or I know a lot of people that have either worked at Bungie or still work at Bungie that I just don't know how they do it, man. I mean, it's they took Bungie from, or they took like Destiny from its original launch aspect, which wasn't the best. It felt a little empty, to being one of the largest first-person shooters on the market with consistent content on a regular basis, to now bringing out Marathon, which is, of course, a love letter to the original Marathon from the 1990s.
Feels like this weird, just arcadey.
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a new age retro-esque kind of feel to it. I agree. And it just looks good. Overall, it looks really good. So I'm excited to see more of this game, to find out a little bit more about this game over time. Marathon is set to launch September 23rd, and hopefully while we're at Summer Games Fest, we'll be able to give it a little check out and look. Now, Toaster, this next topic is a big one. And also got to say big shout outs to the return of the King Game Informer. That's where these articles are sourced from. Game Informer has officially relaunched and is back again, and we're so glad to see them up and running. But Blizzard has revealed Diablo 5's 2025 content roadmap, or Diablo 4, whatever. I don't know. Diablo. Next expansion is coming soon. So Toaster, this next one, it shows like there's a good chunk of content. As a resident Blizzard fan, are you excited about this roadmap?
I'm stoked. I mean, their seasons have always been fun, and I hope that they expand more on like the torment levels, because that's my one complaint right now is I'm on torment 1 because I haven't done like the escalation thing yet.
Oh, I forgot to turn this off. My bad. Jeez. Just a big face sitting there. God, Caleb. Go ahead.
But I want it to be more challenging. But it's Diablo 4, man. It's a loot fest. Anytime you see the legendary start dropping, you're like, ooh, what I get? And I mean, they've created this whole it's almost like crafting in a way with the tempering and, trying to get the right enchantments to your weapons and things like that to like really maximize on your character build.
Mm-hmm.
And, they did a great job of kind of resurrecting it from it's like, another online all the time, loot thing. I will say I do wish that they would just kind of go back to like the dungeon crawling. I think that's one of the things that made Path of Exile 2 so much fun is like you're exposing a map. You don't just have this open area to roam around in. But I mean, there's always something to do when you sign in, and as long as they keep that interesting, and it's really going to largely depend on how well these seasons are handled and like the loot, and if they expand the item level in the game, and also maybe start adding a few more torment levels.
Yeah. What about you, Bolts? I mean, have you still been playing Diablo or
no? It got too expansive for me. As much as watching TikTok clips about these people just when they take their certain pieces and they're like, look, if you take this piece and you do this and then you do this and then they go play and they're slinging shit all over the screen. I'm just like, I ain't got time for all.
I ain't got that.
I bet you're that guy, aren't you? Aren't you, Toast? You're that guy.
No, I'm Spiritborn.
Oh yeah.
So I'm their.
I ain't got time for all.
It's the rake build that basically I don't throw shit all over the screen, but I can pull everything in a vortex, and then I can hit the ground, freeze them in place, and then I just shred their faces.
I got you.
I'm kind of like a weird DPS tank.
Shred their face. Shred them.
Yeah, shred them. I'll shred their faces.
Well, I mean, it looks like it's a good chunk of content. I mean, from January from January to April, we got the Witchcraft Powers and Quest.
This one right now, this is super fucking unfair. All right.
Why?
Because you get these little like hex emblems that you can use, and they cast spells along with your normal attacks. So like right now, my Spiritborn is like running around where I summon like Void Vortexes and like Fire Eagles and just a whole slew of other shit on top of my already attacks that just do a lot of damage. So, like literally just lay waste to things.
But that's a good thing.
It is, but I mean, I wanted to.
You want a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah.
I got you. But it does seem like there's a good chunk of packs coming. There's the Bella's Return, April through July. Sins of the
Belial, you mean?
What? See, this is why you should be reading this. I don't know these names. So you read this content pack.
All right. So right now, we all know those of us that are playing. It is the season of the witch. It's the season of the witch. Anyway, sorry. That's going to be ending here soon in April. And from April to July, we're going to be dealing with Belial again because fuck that guy. He's always showing up. We're going to get new boss powers, quest and reputation board, apparition incursion activities. You're going to get a cat that you can earn. A new IP collaboration. I don't know with who.
Crocs.
Suddenly your Seraphim or whatever you are in this game is walking around in these like bright neon pink Crocs. It's like Crocs.
Right.
When you're walking through shit in Sanctuary, you don't want to get your toes dirty. July and September, we're going to get the Sins of the Herodrum because, let's face it, they were up to some shit. September and December, we are going to be getting Infernal Chaos. So, hey, more Infernal Hordes to kill.
Yeah.
And then in 2026, we're going to be getting a new expansion, new ranking system, and leaderboards. So,
awesome.
Yeah,
but it still seems too like with that stuff, like in Infernal Chaos, there's a new IP collab. In the Sins of the whatever, new Nightmare Dungeon activities, console KB and M support. What is KB and M?
Keyboard and mouse.
Oh God, I'm an idiot. Jesus,
why you would want
shut the show down now? Okay.
Why you'd want to do that on console? Like,
God.
I don't know why anybody wants to play Diablo with a keyboard and a mouse.
I don't need a keyboard and a mouse if I have a Switch 2. It turns into a mouse itself. And then it'll make PC gaming obsolete. Switch 2, baby.
Are you gonna play that?
Dumb. Right, you're so dumb.
Listen, play that next to an AC.
Listen, I saw this guy on TikTok.
You're gonna boot up Cyberpunk 2077 on that thing, and it's gonna be like, it's a no.
I saw this guy on TikTok that was talking about how it shows him detaching the mouse. He's like, or detaching the Joy-Cons. They're like, and then you could turn it in and use it into different styles of play, and it shows it. And he paused the video and he was like, I know there's got to be other PC players out there that are looking at this like I am, like it's an affront to fucking God. It was hilarious, man. But anyways, that's a pretty good expansive pack, I think. I think that's some really great content that is easily going to be bring more players back to...
You know what honestly would probably bring more players back?
What?
If you increased our damn inventory space, Blizzard. Stop being cowards.
Do it.
I hate how like you get into it and you like literally like once you start just murdering waves of stuff and a whole bunch of loot drops and you're like, oh yeah, pick it all up and you're like, you go back to town like 8 goddamn times. Like, come on.
That's a good thing.
If my rogue in World of Warcraft can have like 300 fucking backpack slots plate and walk around with like multiple plates of armor in pieces, then
why can't we do the same?
Why can't we do this in Sanctuary?
But speaking of tons of inventory, Xbox has got tons of inventory for its Xbox Showcase this June 8th, the Xbox Showcase has been announced. It will be a digital only event this year. The Outer Worlds will be a showcase that will follow up said showcase. But there is, of course, we still have like 50 something days until Summer Games Fest. So there is a very big possibility that we're going to get some big announcements for the Xbox Showcase. If we do not get Gears 2 gameplay and a release date, then I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be pretty upset. So
hold on, Gears what?
Gears E-Day. But the main thing that I, of course, am excited about is the Outer Worlds. Now, the Outer Worlds 2 is going to have a showcase, and hopefully we're going to get a full release date of that.
Neverwinter Nights.
A couple of days ago, there was a good little chunk of big names in the industry that got to play the game early. One of being IGN. But I'm overly excited for this game. And I can only hope the best for it. So Toaster and Bolts, both being Microsoft fans and both being Obsidian fans and, of course, Outer World fans, are you fucking ready for this game? I can't wait, dude.
I'm looking forward to it. I still need to finish the first one. I know I just probably spoke blasphemy, but it's true. I never finished it.
So good, bro.
And I've been meaning to start it back up again, but Assassin's Creed and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, this looks great. And the trailer itself, I mean, them keeping with the sense of humor that the first one brought. I'm stoked, and it looks gorgeous.
Yeah, man. It looks really good. Looks like there's a lot of fascinating new gameplay mechanics, new crazy weapons. It looks like the game just overall looks and probably feels just 10 times better than what the last one was. And it's hard.
What Fallout 76 should have been.
I'm going to make you get that tattooed on your back. Tramp stamp. But this, of course, this game is coming to PC, PS5, and Xbox. So, are there any other big games out there that have been announced that you guys would like to hear more news of at the Xbox Game Showcase this year?
As far as game wise, I mean, not really. I mean, besides Gears of War E-Day, absolutely. A Fable, of course. Let's see a little bit more in Fable. Let's see if they've progressed any further than they have. Perfect Dark, Ninja Gaiden. Maybe. And that's really it, man. That's stuff, and I'm so ready for the stuff to come out. Borderlands, Outer Worlds, all this stuff to come out. Of course, I ain't got time to play it, but I'm just excited for it to come out. I want to see more information, especially on the Xbox titles alone, like Fable and then Gears of War, stuff like that. I really want to see more from those top games, especially from Xbox.
What about you, Toaster?
There's some Cthulhu universe games that are coming out that I don't know if they're coming to Xbox, but I believe they're coming to PC.
Are you excited for it? For Cthulhu?
Not the real-time strategy game, but
the other. Are you trying to look it up?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you this. I'm very excited to see more gameplay of Gears E-Day. Very excited for that. Most of the stuff that was showcased or that was announced last year has already released, or that was shown off last year is already released. But I would like to see a little bit more on Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater or Metal Gear Solid Delta. And then also, of course, Perfect Dark, I want to see some more gameplay from. And I would like to see something from Starfield. I would like to see them announce some new DLC or, hey, this is where we're going with the game or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't just...
They need to...
They got to do something, bro.
They got to fix it.
Something's got to be fixed about the game in general. So I don't know, man. Like, I feel like when I played it at launch, dude, I just had such a great time with the game. Like, I put in so many hours into that game, and I was just shocked by how great it looked. I thought the facial animations were fantastic, and the exploration was really great. But I feel like it's just after launch, it just kind of stopped there, you know? And I just feel like there's a lot more that they can feed into this. I don't know if maybe it was one of those one and done things.
Oh, it's a PS5 game, The Cosmic Abyss.
The Cosmic Abyss. I'll have to look that up. Cosmic Abyss. And that's about Cthulhu?
Oh, yeah.
You have an obsession about Cthulhu?
I love those games, dude. Like that whole that H.P. Lovecraft mythos.
You said it was called the Cosmic Obsession?
No, the Cosmic Abyss.
Abyss. Cosmic Abyss. Ah, right. Cthulhu. The Cosmic Abyss. Well, we're going to have to watch this trailer real quick because I got to figure out what this is, dude. Let me hide this. Let me bring this up.
It's like, oh, fuck.
Fucking house.
Did he just steal the Necro book? Dude, that's not good. Bruce Campbell will tell you that. The Bruce Campbell's like, See, look at you, done getting stuck in a wormhole.
Was this supposed to be like a... Let me see.
Man, he's been to like 9 different places since we started this.
5 minutes, bro. You're cracking. Damn. Hey. Looks pretty interesting to me. And it's done by Nikon and Big Bad Wolves. I'm tripping. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty damn good. If it's like especially if they do it like a action, like maybe third person action adventure.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down for it. So yeah, that looks good, Toaster. Thanks for sharing that with us. I didn't even think about that. But speaking of other fantastic games, Titanfall 3 is supposedly for sure happening. This leaker says, and it's supposedly a very, trusted leaker. A Titanfall 3 sequel is one of the most requested and wanted follow-ups on the planet. A recent leak suggests that the once thought canceled project is back on track, but now a fresh report indicates that Titanfall 3 is actually nearly complete. According to journalist Jeff Grubb, the claim that Titanfall 3 is almost complete along with the planned features is not real. Come on! I gotta read this shit beforehand. My God. Either way, this rumor states, and there's been a lot of times before they've come out and said this type of stuff and said that it's not real, and it eventually ends up getting announced anyways. But supposedly this is something that they're talking about doing. Hey, what's up, Omni? How are you? Thanks for popping in. It's supposedly for sure happening. There's going to have some type of Apex Legends connections. I just feel like Titanfall was just so shat on so many times. It really was. And Titanfall 1 and 2, Titanfall 2 was just fucking phenomenal, bro. It really was such a good game. And I've gone back since then and played it. And there were so many scenes in that game that were just like stunning. I think that it could be a really, really good and successful launch if they were to bring this back. Since there's not really much more on that, we're going to move on to the next topic because we are kind of cutting in a little close. But this is something big, I think, for me and Bolts. I am beyond excited for this game. Mafia: The Old Country supposedly had its release date revealed on Steam. And it says that it has a release window of 2025. And the game was originally actually set. It was originally actually set on Steam as a release for August 8th of 2025. So I'm excited for this game. I'm like super ready for Mafia to kind of return to its roots, I think, and get back into that old world kind of like style of like Mafia games. I mean, I thought Mafia 3 was good, but there were so many times in Mafia 3 that it was just like, bro, it was just like the same thing over and over again.
It was.
But Bolts, are you excited for Mafia?
I'm super excited. Yeah, no, I'm super excited. I love the whole Mafia series. I love I love the Mafia storylines. The first one was great. Second one was probably the best. The third one is what it is. You got a different aspect, but brought to the newer gen. But I mean, this is going to the roots, man, of the Mafia itself. And hopefully they put a lot of good history in there as well. I know they're only going to touch on it so much, but I hope they reach the history and the aesthetics and stuff like that of what the Mafia really was, of course, in the old country, because that's where it looks like it's going to be. So I'm really excited about it, man. I really am.
What about you, Toaster? I mean, do you have any interest in this game?
I never played the Mafia series.
Oh my God, bro. Well, I'm very interested in this game. I'm really excited to see like what Bolt said, return to like the original style, but it looks like it has some really, really great looking graphics, gameplay, hopefully a really great story presentation as well for us. I want a big cinematic story with this game. So hopefully that's what we're going to get, Bolts. Hopefully that is what we're going to get. So we are rounding out our show, guys. As I said, our show is changing, and so are we. So I want to give a big shout out to both of these bearded, bald, beautiful men. Triple B's. Bald, beautiful, and big.
Balded, beautiful.
Yes, bald and beautiful. But I want to give a big shout out to you guys as well for listening to the show and checking us out every week. As we go on, there are going to be shows that it's either going to be me and Toaster or me and Bolts or all three of us, or it'll just be Bolts and Toaster. But hopefully we're going to get it set up that like while I'm at the event 2 and 50 days, I promise I'm not going to talk about it on every show, Bolts. I promise.
He's going to talk about it on every show.
Yeah, yeah.
But as we prep for big events and big reviews and some really big games, we're going to try to start doing some more stuff here on the podcast. So I would like for us to do shows every week. And then, of course, maybe every other week or once a month, we'll have like a second opinion live stream night that all three of us get on and do some live streaming together on some games. How's that sound? Does that sound good to you guys?
Yeah, sounds excellent.
I'm good, bro.
Bolts is like, I'm like, awesome. I'm glad. He's like, no, I'm saying I'm good. Like, count me out. I'm like, oh, all right. But anyways, guys, I love you. And we will talk to you all very soon on the next episode of the Second Opinion Podcast. Take it easy.
Good night.